Welcome back, everybody, to Fast Pace for Pride 2022. Up now, we have Metroid Crime with VVVVVV, that wonderful Metroidvania puzzle platform. Please take it away.
Hey everyone! Hello. I'm Metroid Crime, and I'm here to go very fast today for Pride. So let's just get started right away. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, so this is a really neat little speed game. I love this game so much. It has such a great soundtrack. It was made in 2010 by Terry Cavanagh, who you might also know from Super Hexagon fame, or maybe Dicey Dungeons is a more recent game. But this game came out literally for every platform. I own it in so many places. But I've recently picked this up as a speed game. And it's really not too difficult once you get the hang of it. Obviously, it's gonna look easy because I'm speed running it, and I've been doing this for a little bit. But oh gosh, that was a little bit of a weird slowdown there. Okay. So the story is that we were on a spaceship, and our space crew, we accidentally crashed into something called Dimension V. And as a result of that, all of my crewmates have been scattered all across the world, all across this weird dimension. So, let's try to do that again. So we are going to try to go and rescue them. We are playing as Captain Viridian. There we go. And basically this game, well, let's try that one more time here. This game is pretty simple to control. You're basically using the D-pad to go left and right, and then also flipping the direction of gravity with the A button. Let's go here, and then we're gonna go to the teleporter. And hey, it's our first crewmate. This is Violet, and it turns out she was on the ship the whole time. So we don't have to rescue her. And we can focus on rescuing some of the other crewmates. So let's go. So as you can see, we can see where they're all hanging out, scattered throughout Dimension V. So here was the map. This is all the places you would have to go normally, you know, if you were trying to 100% it. But this is actually a glitchless any percent run. So we skip a lot of the much more difficult rooms. We don't go after any of the trinkets, really. There will be 2 that we grab. But we're also traversing through this huge area right now to try to find the next space that we have to go to. So, first up is Space Station 2. We were just on Space Station 1, that was the tutorial. And Space Station 2 is actually the most difficult part of the game, and it's good that it's the first level we go to, because it means that if you need to reset, you can reset really easily. Oh gosh, got killed by the truth. Let's go. Let's try that again. And maybe one more time. Maybe we can do this a bit slower. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So there's these really interesting areas that you can chain here. You might also want to take notice of the fact that... Oh, let's try that again. The fact that the rooms are all have very interesting names. You can see the room names in the bottom of the screen. Those were actually named by Bennett Foddy of Quack fame, which is a cool fun fact. Let's go through here. So basically, if you die at any point, you respawn at these checkpoints. So let's just... Oh, lies always kill us. Let's do this. There we go. Go through this one really quickly. Flip, flip, flip. There we go. We got this interesting smokestack room here, which we can get through. And you'll notice that this game's very colorful. I love it for that reason. There's so many interesting little bits to this game, and so much color. So we're gonna try this. Can we get that? No, we're gonna get killed by lies once again. And spikes. So, fun fact, the V in the V's in the name of this game refer to spikes. They're basically, they refer to several things. Hold on 1 second, let me just actually do this. Oh no, oh my gosh. Flip, flip, there we go. Now let me try to do this. Perfect, okay, we checkpointed, we are safe. Ish. Let's go. You have these very interesting rooms where, like, you'll see they change a little bit later. There's different sections in this game. Each section has its own very interesting, like, new game mechanic. So this one is just difficult. The next one is kind of an auto-scroller, so we'll see that shortly. Let's go here. Through here. We're actually gonna come across... You'll notice this looks familiar, because we went to this section earlier. The top part is actually Space Station 1. And Space Station 2 sits underneath it. There we go. Okay, and here's the Venga bus. And some very tricky maneuvering through there to not get killed by spikes. Oh yeah, so I was talking about the spikes. Captain Viridian hates spikes, so it's really too bad that he's stuck in this this awful dimension that is just chock full of them. Okay, and that is Vitellary. This is another crewmate. Fun fact: all the crewmates are named after various different colors. Vitellary is actually known. I believe it's the scientific term for an egg yolk's color. Which is cool fun fact. Vitellary is the professor of the ship. Does a lot of research. So now we're leaving. We've rescued Vitellary, and we are heading towards an auto-scroller now. If you have any announcements to make or anything, now would be an excellent time.
Oh, very good, because I've got an excellent announcement.
Oh my gosh!
We hit 4,000.
Amazing! Yeah!
We have some donations in for... One's from Metroid Master. Yo, here's $10 for my one death in Mega Man 9. As a Metroid Fusion runner, though, I've got to make my game canon by saving the animals, which puts the save at 320.46 versus kill 160. So keep your bets going in. Yeah. Also, a couple for you, Metroid friends. We've got $50 from Great Newtons, who says, gotta go fast.
Thank you, Newtons.
$30 from Ignorant Spoon, who says, good luck, please go fast.
Lots and lots of V's.
Oh, I'm gonna have speed. Fun donuts, everybody. Thank you so much.
So we're going through this auto-scroller here. I kind of it's not ideal if you miss a checkpoint. Like some of the checkpoints are in very inconvenient places. But let's see if we can do some cool stuff here by skipping this forward a little bit. There we go. And then we're gonna go here and avoid those spikes. So you'll notice at the top and the bottom of the screen, if you get too close to either, you'll end up with the spikes kind of traveling down. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna make a jump all the way over as soon as we see the spikes. Perfect. There we go. And it's actually great because some of these sections, like we're coming up on a section here where you kind of have to line yourself up, and the background has these nice guides for you to place yourself into, which I really appreciate. Makes this a little bit easier. There we go. So I mentioned that this game is basically D-pad and flipping gravity, but also I should mention that you kind of have a little bit of like ice physics involved as well. When Viridian stops, he kind of slides a little bit. So I'm always kind of adjusting the D-pad left and right to kind of make sure I'm lined up in the right place. So there we've rescued Vermilion. He is the ship's officer, security officer. So it's a good thing we got him. Although I don't think there's very many threats other than like geometry in this game, to be honest. I don't think we're getting into aliens or anything. But we have to do this escort mission here, which is complex. Let's see if we can get that. Oh, perfect. Vermilion only moves when you move. Only moves when you are on the floor. If you're on the ceiling, he will not budge. So these rooms get more complex as you go through. let's do this. We're heading up onto a section here that's not particularly fun. So here, we're gonna just slowly inch towards this wall. There we go, so that he doesn't go running face first into spikes there. 1, 2, 3, stop. Okay. Oh gosh, so this is one of the most complex rooms in this section. Let's try this again. We might be here for a little bit. 2, 3. Oh gosh. Let's see this again. 2, 3. And nope. Yeah, I practice this section a lot because it kind of, especially under stressful situations, would be a problem. No, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Continue. Perfect. Okay, so now we have to try to flip here. And go. There we go. Okay, that is the most complex room. And we're through it. We're through it. It's good. It's good. All good.
Wow.
Oh gosh. Okay. So we're just leading. The rest of this is easy. The rest of this is easy compared to what we just did. Perfect. Okay, and we are out of this section. Perfect. So if you have anything else to read out, now would be a great time actually as we traverse through some more sections over here.
I've got something for you from Bunniest Bun Reina.
Hey.
$5. $5 donation. Good luck, crime. Love to see it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We're gonna say hi to Vermilion here. I don't know how he got here before us. Kind of baffling, but whatever, we'll take it. We're heading into what is referred to as the warp zone. You can see we're warping around a whole bunch. But you'll see some very interesting levels coming up. This is still all open area. You'll notice there's no room names here, which makes it a little complex. If you're just learning this game, which by the way, everyone should pick up this game. It seems very intimidating, but actually like a really neat speed game if you get the hang of it. And it has like a whole bunch of different categories, honestly. We're just doing the bare minimum here with glitchless any %, but you can get very complex with this game. Okay, so this is all of these levels kind of wrap, which makes for some interesting brain-breaking puzzles here. But we will try our best to go as fast as we can. Luckily, it won't be as difficult as, say, Space Station 2. I can pretty much zoom through a lot of these levels, but every once in a while we get stuck on some rooms that are coming up at the end, which I refer to as the heart rooms. So let's see how we can do this. Let's go, jump, 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 and... Okay, so this is where it starts getting a little tricky. This room, always have trouble with this one. Usually can get it on second try, but here we go. So this triangle is gonna get in our way. Oops, did it? Easy room here. There we go. And of course, the music in this game is just the absolute best. You can find this, the soundtrack for this is titled PPP. So if you are interested, it's available in several different places. It's just kind of the best music, honestly. Big reason of why I run this game, also. There we go. Any game I speedrun has to have awesome music. Heart rooms. Okay, so... There we go. Perfect. And we have reached Verdigris, who is our green teammate. Crewmate. Fun fact, Verdigris has a crush on Violet, who was the crewmate that was on the ship at the beginning. And Violet has a crush on Verdigris, but neither of them have professed their love for each other. So, we unfortunately went through the teleporter and ended up in this strange, weird intermission area. And, I'm about to do a magic trick where I turn 60 seconds into probably 3 minutes here. This is the Gravitron. The Gravitron is a very, interesting level. There actually are categories for this game where you can just completely skip the Gravitron, but I like Glitchless, so I'm subjecting myself to this, this madness here. So luckily, the Gravitron checkpoints every 5 seconds, but also, every 10 seconds, the pattern switches up. Unless you do it perfectly without dying, except for the center bit, which is what we're coming up to now. This is probably the most difficult part. Oh gosh, wow, I made it 25 seconds without dying there. That was impressive. That does not usually happen. And now, of course, that I've done that, I'm going to die repeatedly, but it is what it is. There we go. We made it 20. Okay, and sometimes you get sandwiched a little bit, but the pattern is random once you die, which makes it difficult, but you can memorize the individual patterns to kind of get through things. 15 seconds. Oh, oops. And, oh gosh. We get sandwiched there. Come on, Gravitron. So you're kind of like going back and forth, just trying to avoid it. And the level wraps around as well, so you can... Oh, let's do that. Oh, okay, 5 seconds. 5 seconds left. Let's do it. That's fine. Okay, perfect. And we've gotten to Verdigris. Let's go. That was actually a pretty decent Gravitron for me. I'd love to eventually get to the point where I don't die at all. Those runs are extremely impressive. There we go. Okay, so this is actually, we're coming up to one of my favorite parts here. The music in this area reminds me of Tron Legacy coming up, and love that soundtrack as well. So here we go. So this introduces a new mechanic, in which you are going to, every time you hit one of these lines, you bounce involuntarily, which makes for some interesting movement. I'm just gonna grab that just for safety. Pretty sure I didn't need that, but you know, you never know. So we're gonna involuntarily bounce when we hit these. We also want to make sure to not get caught on those spikes. 2, 3, perfect. So we're gonna try to do this in one bound to... There we go. Okay. Ooh, so this is 4 rooms before you get another checkpoint, so let's see if we can... Oh, no, oops, let's do that again. Went a little too early there. And right into spikes. Oh gosh, okay. And maybe this time. 2... I went a little too early there. Okay. This is one of my favorite parts. It's really nice when it smoothly, like, lines up here. There we go, perfect. Bounce off of this into this long shaft here. And hey, Vermilion, what are you doing here? How did you get here before us again? I guess he's kind of doing his job. He is the ship security officer. He has to make sure I'm safe. Okay. And another... Let's see if we can get this one. Bounce. Bounce. Okay. And again, this soundtrack is so good. Let's... Almost. Got those nerves, of course. There we go, perfect. Up a little bit. Ah! And we've now rescued Victoria. Victoria is the last crewmate that was missing. And And fun fact, Victoria is actually the name of a color. I recently just found that out. I was like, oh, why did they not go over the color for the last crewmate? But Victoria is in fact a blue color. So we've rescued all of our crewmates. They're all back on the ship, and we went through the teleporter, and uh-oh, we didn't make it through for some reason. So we got stuck in this area, devoid of color again. We have to rescue ourselves. So this is kind of a boss rush of levels, I guess. It combines all of the different mechanics that we've already seen throughout the rest of the game into one little, very difficult level. So lots of spikes. Let's see how we do here. Almost. Okay. And wait for that. Bounce. So we want to be on the outside here, otherwise we'd have to deal with that thing in the center, and that section's no fun. And then this one might take me a little bit, so let's see if we can do it. 1, 2, perfect? No, unfortunately not. There. So this is like a multi-part room where basically, oh, there we go, perfect. You have to kind of line yourself up from the room previously in order to make sure that you make it into the right cycle there, basically, to miss all those staircases. So here's a terminal. We're gonna activate it. Let's go. And hopefully that fixes things, but in fact it did not. It just kind of turned everything on its head even more so than it was before. So, let's go. This is my least favorite room. Almost. So we might be here for a little bit as I try to get the perfect timing here. You'll notice there is a conveyor belt on the ceiling that we have to work against. Oh, wow, we made it. Perfect. And same room as before, except a lot less leeway to jumping there. Perfect, done. This one also might look familiar. We got all the rainbow colors. Love rainbows. Whoa! And again, more conveyor belts. Perfect. And we got our auto scrollers. Gotta watch out for those spikes. Okay. So this is actually, we're getting into the home stretch here. Let's try not to go do this too quickly because we don't want to hit the spikes at the ceiling. Oh no! Sometimes that happens. There's these very rude spikes at the end of all of these auto bouncing lines that sometimes you miss the jump a little bit. And V. Last trinket. V, 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 and V! Outer space. So almost time right now. There we go. So we're floating out in space. I hope someone saves us. But we died 78 times, and of course, the hardest room is always the Gravitron. But here we go. So we're floating in space, and all of a sudden, our crewmates finally get our signal and teleport us back into the ship. There we go. Everyone's waiting, and yay! Captain! And then, we all celebrate, and then we decide, because, you know what, we're no longer in danger of being lost and everything. We're gonna go set up a research base and try to figure out what's going on in Dimension V. And that is basically, that is V. We get a little cute picture here of the band all back together. But this is such a nice little speed game. I highly recommend picking it up if you're at least interested in it at all. Even just to play it. It's such a nice game with a great soundtrack. And yeah, thank you all so much for having me on. This was excellent. I'm always happy to show off this game, especially for a good cause. Shout outs to my community, the Metroid Prime universe. Shout outs to Lady Arcaders. And shout outs to Fast Pace Events for having me on. If you want to catch me, I speedrun other games. I speedrun Sonic the Hedgehog, Metroid Dread. You can catch me on twitch.tv/MetroidPrime. And yeah, thank you again for having me on. Bye, everyone.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. The band's back together. That was such a mesmerizing display. Thank you so much, Metroid Prime.
No problem.
Don't go away, folks. I love the run. I love this game. You're gonna make me pick it back up. I've had this for so long.
Absolutely. You
Probably
should.
early on.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I played it when it first came out, and like I was looking for another speed game to pick up, and I was like, wait, why not this game? I love it so much. Yeah.
Yeah, music and level design is just so
Absolutely.
well thought out and so good. Thanks
for having me
again
on.
for running. All right, folks, don't go away. After the break, Super Metroid Ascent, and again we have the save or kill bid, and take a look at the other bids too. We're more than halfway to our Lost Judgment boss rush target, and we have $170 already. So thank you so much. Keep getting those donations in. We're close to our next milestone. The 4.5K, we've done so well. Thank you all so much. But I'll catch you after the break here. See you soon.